So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. Leadership has to be top of the pile.
Yeah, he's not just a destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward. And
anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Palmer. Now it's Hiumuc. And it's Subimendi. Thuram is onto this. Big chance! And again! Goal! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it out wide. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pull it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And he was quick to react. Konate. That's been drilled forward. And it's Hullet. Passes short and sharp. And that pass just didn't quite work. Palmer.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. Oh, super find. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Look at the space here. Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. And he shoots! And one more try! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This their second corner of the game. Surely now! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Mbappe. And it's Lam. Thuram. Hullet. Shot could be on. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He scores! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Could move up a gear here. Thuram. Szoboszlai. Well seen. Saw that coming. Szoboszlai got a long way forward to join the attack. And he's managed to get free. And the shot's on here. And he's heaved it away. And they're back on the ball again. Pass somewhat off target. Thuram. For Szoboszlai. And it's Thuram. That's Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Plays it across. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on?
Decent chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but...
He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Now it's Mbappe. Subimendi. And the counter is on. Plays a sharp little ball here. Bruno Fernandes. Palmer. And it's Palmer. Great vision. It's a promising position. No way through, so back it comes. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
It's a throw-in. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. Pinches it off him. Corner it is. So, third corner of the game. Terrific header! No mistake! And this is getting better and better. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the lead now is 2. And the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Looking to go deep. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Up he goes! And now they can clear their lines. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now this could be a chance. Nice control. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Thuram. Bruno Fernandes receives it in a wide position. Mbappe.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Gabriel calmly anticipates. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's a sharp pass. He's through here. And a chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Almost the perfect move. Almost. The finish just wasn't quite at the same level.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Nuno Mendes, Gabriel, and it's Bernardo Silva. Thuram looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Bernardo Silva to Havertz. Olise tries to play it through. Havertz. Now it's Havertz. Now it's Olise. Hit into the middle. He rises! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, should have put that away.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Gravenberch gets it away. Distributed tidily. And here's Olise. And he whips in across.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Now it's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Nuno Mendes.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Played into space out wide. Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Gravenberch. And it's made its way to him. Now that's well seen too. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Havertz. Vieira. Yildiz. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Olise. Threads one in. Oh, that's been cut out, well played.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Yildiz. Oh, that's nice. Cross to the back post. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Oh, good-looking ball. Thuram. And that will be the final act. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and absolutely gifted.
Steaming, and a shot! It's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Played back in. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hiumuc, Mbappe, and a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. It could be in here. On the finish! Pull it. Ibrahimovic. Alarm. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pull it. And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Haaland. Not the most accurate pass.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Haaland. Looking tidy in possession here. Played out to the right. And it's Subimendi. Subimendi. Played out wide. Back into the middle. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's Hullet. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And here's Ibrahimovic. Mbappe. Lam gets into a good position. Big header! Oh, taken with style. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, he's been caught now. Can he finish? No mistake. Into the lead once more. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Pull it. And this is Ibrahimovic. Played back in. And the shot! And that was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Lam. Vieira. Mbappe. Now it's Haaland. Girassi. And now the breakaway. Now, can they get him away? Closing in on goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Vieira. And here's the chance to counter. And here's Ibrahimovic. Hullet. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Haaland. Looking to play him in. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Not the most convincing of passes. Szoboszlai. Can he get on the end of this? Swept in. More pressure on the opposition goal.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Corner number 2 then. Now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai tries across. Havertz is there, and he can get... Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? Haaland. And the keeper takes decisive action. And we've reached half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Played back. Out towards the flank. DiMarco. Deep cross. And that has been knocked clear. Mbappe. Hullet, given the lift of his goal. Over to the other side. And it's Soboslai. Vieira. Nicely spread. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Nesta cuts it out. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, can he get onto this? Now it's Girassi.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now that looks a decent ball. Nesta. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Girassi chasing after it. And once more he proves rigid and robust.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Lahm deals with that comfortably. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. Thuram. Is there any support? He might not need it. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. So, third corner of the game. Up he goes! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Bruno Fernandes. And it's slung out wide. Good take, and is he... Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
DiMarco. Palmer.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He gets big. And that would have won it.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Szoboszlai. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Yamal. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Good read, needed to be a reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. It's a really well-measured ball. Palmer. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Ibrahimovic. That's a sharp pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's picked it up out wide. Yamal. Oh, that's a fine interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Vieira. Yildiz. Szoboszlai. DiMarco does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. This could be their final throw of the dice. Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, what a climb! That's another chance! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
They're up to 5 corners now. He rises! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Here comes the cross. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And now they can spring out of defence. Hiumuc. Yamal. Takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done...
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Now, can they get him away? And that's been one. He's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. DiMarco calmly anticipates. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Haaland. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
Yeah. Up he goes! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Palmer. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither.
There's the shot! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And now they can clear their lines. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Nice control. DiMarco has it in a wide position. Konate is there, and he can get that clear. Palmer. And he was alert to it. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And he's had it nicked away. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. And this is a great chance to take a lead. DiMarco picks it up now. He's got tall. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's been played through. Oh, that's a very decent... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Gullit really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Big header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He can get that clear. And it's Thuram. He's in a great position here. Palmer. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Hiumuc. That's a little off target. Now it's Mbappe. Gabriel. DiMarco. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Oh, it's a great ball. Chance! And it's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he can clear it away. It's a threatening ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Palmer. So what can they make of this? The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. So much time and space here. Shoots! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
And we hit half-time. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time. There's the start of the second half. Bruno Fernandes. DiMarco. And he's made sure that's not getting through. That's going to go a long way. Ball's gone out of play. And it's DiMarco. Plays a sharp little ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Terrific header! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Guirassy. Now it's Guirassy. Bruno Fernandes. Now that looks a decent ball. Bruno Fernandes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aimed beyond the defence. And the ball's come loose here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Thuram. Oh, that's a key interception. He might be in here! And the shot! Really well taken goal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Nesta. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they've got rid. Spread it left. And he's on a charge. Ibrahimovic. Yildiz. No, that's been intercepted. Havertz. And Scalvini. Threads one in. And he's in on goal. Decent chance! No mistake! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim Beglin, what is your interpretation of the way they appear to be lining up?
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be...
Lewandowski! There it is! And the game springs instantly to life.
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. Good ball, good take. Crossing, up he goes! And he has kept it out somehow.
Lewandowski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now the breakaway. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bruno Fernandes. Hullet. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And they've got rid. He has found the way through. Opts to play it back. Oh, well played, well played. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And for a moment, time stood still.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Zubimendi spots it and intercepts. Out towards the flank. DiMarco. Cross to the back post. Bruno Fernandes. Referee has just said play on. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vieira. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Out to the right. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. It's Lewandowski! Goes forward. Ibrahimovic is onto it in a flash. And it's Lahm. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Palmer. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. Passing is crisp and sharp. Munoz. Showing good feet. Quick look, then plays it in. And that should get the job done. There will be a throw-in. Pull it. It's Van Dijk. Zubimendi. Bruno Fernandes, who does have an assist to his name. Lam. Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And smartly reclaimed. And he's gone direct here. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Some really good ball movement. And now they can clear their lines. Oh, good-looking ball. Pullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. This looks promising. That'll be a throw. Ball's gone out of play. Palmer. Now it's Haaland. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vieira. And here's Mbappe. Can he get it through? There's no flag. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! No mistake! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So once again, we're underway. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Lam knocks it out wide. And he's managed to get free. Lam providing an outlet on that flank.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Hiumuc. And it's Zubimendi. DiMarco. In by DiMarco. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Mbappe chasing after it. Lahm. Fired deep towards the back post. And that has been knocked clear.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Neatly clipped into space. And he was quick to react. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Palmer. Subimendi. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
And he's there to belt it away. And it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played. Palmer. And here's the chance to counter. Bruno Fernandes. Now DiMarco. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Palmer. Bruno Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Shoots! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nesta. Haaland might just make this. Now it's Yildiz. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Casabia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And the ball is out of play. Pinches it off him. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, super ball! Oh, what a climb! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Hiumuc. Havertz. And it's Mendes. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Distributed tidily.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Corner given. This their second corner of the game. Tries to get it clear.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Gives it back. Now, can they get him away? Desperate defending required here. That's really well cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Rice. Oh, he's found support out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Haaland. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Haaland. And the shot! Oh, yes! It's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see.
That's that, the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.